Welcome back. We're going to polish off question 1b, the traveling wave question now. So we've mathemagicked away all of our work and are just left with the answer here for part A. Now, we've got this in the form of this initial condition F. And I'm just going to take a little bit of time here. And because I can see that my function U is composed of two parts, both based on F, I'm going to take X and I'm going to say f of x. I'm just going to plot out what this is. So this is going to give me a general shape. I've got, two copies of this, of f of x, centered at two different locations. So it would be a good idea if I knew what f of x looked like. And I'm going to see here that between -1 and +1 for x, my value is 1. So I'm going to draw that high like that. And this is f of x equal to 1. Clean that up a little bit. So that's 1. We'll draw it like that instead. And then for the rest of the time, it's equal to 0. And then just to be pedantic, we can see that these are little hollow guys, and these are little dots because the 0 is inclusive on the 1 and -1, and we're at a value of 1 when we're between these two bounds. So that is the general functional form. Now, we've got two copies, and they've got an amplitude of 1/2. So instead of going up to an amplitude of 1, we should be going up to an amplitude of 1/2. So I'm going to start off by drawing a 1/2 there. So you'll also notice that this is the t is equal to 0 situation that I happen to have drawn here. So we're just using this as scratch. This is not part of our final answer. Now, instead of being centered at 0, what happens is that at t is equal to 2, the 0 for this function gets shifted to a -4. So we've got something that's centered around -4. This is the new x is equal to 0 for the x plus 2t branch. And then likewise, this is the new x is equal to 0 for the f of x plus 2t branch. And this is because we've got t is equal to 2 and t is equal to 2. So this quantity, so 2t, is equal to 4. Let's just erase that now and clean it up. So we've got x plus 4, and here we've got, sorry, that was just completely incorrect, x minus 4. So that's our center, and we can see that we extend plus or minus 1. So I'm going to go 1/2 here between 3 and 5. Little circles there. And then likewise, at a value of 1/2, I'm going to go plus or minus 1 off of 4. And then between these points, I'm going to drop down, and then I'm going to drop down here. I'll put some little dashes just to aid the eyes because we've got this discontinuity here, and we'll put some dashes up here. So we've got this unit height pulse that was starting here, not answer. And that means that we've got this part which is heading this way and this half which is heading that way. It's very important that if you're going to draw this initial pulse, be clear that it's, not the answer. So let's actually, because we were asked to plot something very specific, we'll just get rid of that right now so that we don't confuse the marker. And that's all we needed to do. So the key is that we've got these two centers and they're evolving in time. All right, no worries.